Hello and welcome to my first video. This is the first attempt at trying to make a simple model in Blender, a simple fully textured model from start to finish every single day for I guess 30 days. If I will even get up to 30 days, that would be awesome. We'll see how far I can even take this. The thought of doing something so consistently for a longer period of time is something I personally, I guess you could call this sort of an exercise. It's more than I would call it a challenge. I would probably, the purpose of this is probably to just be able to prove to myself, and not really, not even prove to myself. I don't have to prove anything. But I'm sorry, I've never done anything like this before. This is the first time I'm just sitting and speaking into a microphone, trying to catch whatever's on the top of my head first, before it disappears. Me having rampant ADHD that is undiagnosed. So it's basically a way for me to not only test my skill a bit, but also try to polish my 3D skills, since I've been I never worked with anything. I've never worked with 3D on a professional setting. I did study game development for 5 years, until I burnt out, before having my master's. And also, I mean, it was quite the academic school. It was quite the academic program. It wasn't really very practically oriented, so it was not really that big of a deal for me to quit those studies. I'm happy just having a bachelor's and that's it. Even though it basically has done nothing to get me a job anywhere. It's tough out there. But I am doing my best, just like everyone else. So yeah, this is a radio that that I'm making. Just blocking it out. You can tell that I'm not really. Well, I couldn't even tell if I'm even like. When I'm looking at myself like this, it's so easy to just be like, oh, for fuck's sake, why am I doing it like that? Oh. But then again, it is just an exercise, right? It's for the purpose of just doing it. I'm not gonna have this in a portfolio. This is not gonna be in a game anywhere. Unless somebody asks me to sell the asset to them or whatever, but other than that, it's quite a shoddy model, and I am making it in like, I think the whole process took about 50 minutes. Yeah, just the block up, the base modeling took 44. Yeah, about 44 minutes, and the texturing took 32 minutes. So. Yeah, a little bit over an hour. So I would say it's quite a decent model for having achieved it in that amount of time. What else? So yeah, I've been doing 3D for as long as I've done. Well, basically since. I think about 20, no. Yeah, I think I was 20 years old when I started off. When I started playing around with it. I'm 31 now. Man, time goes fast, doesn't it? um, but it is quite a soothing task just to making art, making graphics, making music, making just making stuff. I things like this, creative tasks, creative work makes it. It's literally one of the few things that stops whatever's going on in my brain, and just allows me to focus on something else for a while. Until I get tired, of course. I'm not gonna burn myself out trying to escape from my brain. But I'm currently working on an indie project together with a small team. A small team of devs that are all working on the project in their own free time. It's not really a funded project. We don't have well, we have a donation fund, but it's not really. Yeah, no one's earning any money working on the game for now. We hope to make a bit of I mean, I would be happy if if we would release the game and 10 people would play it through and through. That would just make me very happy. But it would be nice to get some sort of monetary reward for all that work. It's a horror game. I'm not gonna plug it here. I might plug it later, depending on how successful and how consistent I can be with this task of doing one model every day for for about a month. We'll see about weekends though. I'm not saying the task is to make one model each day for 30 days, not make one model a day for 30 consecutive days. I didn't say anything about that. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not always I have reached a point in my life where sitting in front of the computer for extended amounts of time does a lot of harm in my body. I recently started developing, well, not recently, I've been having it since February now, where I have this weird nerve pain on the left side of my face, and yeah, the doctors at first thought it was yeah, you have nerve damage. It can take a long, either takes a long time to heal, or it doesn't. Or it does not heal. But after a few more appointments, after getting a second opinion and trying some medicine, that really made me really dumb. That medicine. After trying that for a while, and yeah, we came to realize that it's muscle related. It's the neck and the upper back muscles that are strained from too much sitting in front of the computer, I guess. Yeah, I suppose looking at myself working on this, I can sort of see why the neck is probably working full time, and doing that for yeah, maybe 1 hour is fine, but imagine sitting there doing that for 8 hours a day. That's yeah, that's sure to deal some damage. Sorry, my throat has not been the same since I aged 30. Since my age went over 30, I have no idea what's happening. my family says it's pollen season, but I've never really reacted that way to pollen. It's weird. Man, it's so weird to to just sit and figure out what you're gonna say is quite a new experience for me. Maybe I'll get better if I keep doing this. If I manage to do this consistently, maybe I'll have this. Yeah, maybe I'll just get better at it. You know, humans are like that. The more we do something, the better we get at it. Oh right, and the medicine that I got to try out for the pain in my face. It's sort of like, imagine having like a debuff on every single one of your stats for a long period of time, intermittently, like not constantly, but you know, my cognitive abilities, my mental abilities, everything just worse. And that's another reason for me that why I'm doing this as well, to just like get get grinding, get those stats back up again by making myself useful and sharpening my the skills that I have. I do flow arts as well. Flow arts are neo circus things. Poi, if you've ever heard about it. Fire dancing, fire juggling is probably a more appropriate word for it. Except when it's not on fire, when you're just practicing. Well, I do that, and that's where I've noticed a considerate difference in how well I do, how well I perform, and yeah, I feel myself performing significantly worse than before I took the medicine, and that's kind of scary, feeling like you can't perform at a level that you're used to. And somebody might say, well, you're 30 now. It comes with the age. I'm like, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that level of nerf, that level of debuff comes at 30. Like, sure, maybe some semi-chronic back pain and facial pain and whatnot, but certainly not like I get dizzy as soon as I look down, if I look down too fast. That's not gonna, no. And also like, handling, spinning a staff, for example. I lose control of things quite easy. So no, I feel I right now I feel a little bit more like a disoriented older man, with lack of better description. So yeah, this the radio has taken its shape now, and yeah, now it's always just a matter of trying different things. Here I can see that I fucked up the unwrapping, the UV. In the UV, as you can see there's like this little stripe thing, but it's not visible on the mesh, so I figured it was like fine to just leave it. I was for the sake of the exercise, I was like, yeah, you know what, no, I'm just not gonna. I was thinking of going back to Blender at first, but I was like, you know what, we'll see. Let's see if it works or not. The risk of doing that is if you if you've made like 75% of the materials on the mesh and you realize that you have to redo the whole fucking thing because yeah, the UV overlap. There are some overlapping UVs that are fucking up the way your textures render on the model, and yeah, that's I've done that more times than I care to count. uh, I'm sure that's common. I'm sure that's pretty common though. I'm like um, even in AAA studios, I'm sure. Um, what I've come to find is that finding work in game dev is hard. It's really hard. You really have to know the right people. Oh, this part was fun. Just doing the little details, little button details on the texture. Oh no, I did it. Oh, I'm realizing now that without thinking, I did the rewind buttons the same. they're both rewinding back instead of going forward. Oh well, oh well. It is only the first day, first mesh, first day. You're wondering why I'm looking so much to the left. That's because I'm looking at the screen that has the reference picture. I will show it at the end, just not now. I was starting to get really tired here. Because it is like, it may be just 1 hour of work, but having the pressurizing yourself to like, yeah, I'm gonna make a full mesh, like from start to finish, with texture and all, UV unwrapped, everything, in like a reasonable amount of time. I didn't put a clock or anything. I just didn't really, just let it take the time it takes, yeah, this part was a bit sloppy. I was like, yeah, I should have done the geometry better. Not entirely happy with how the main parts of the radio, like the case, turned out. You can see it's kind of like artifactory here and there, but I was like, my main goal was to just get it finished, like, I'm sure there's like considerably better ways to do that I could have done the mesh, but the point is not to make it good. Yeah, there you go. So, sort of like it looks kind of like the reference, but yeah, it's my own. It's my own thing. So, thank you so much for watching. All right, wire radio. Well, it's a randomizer. I picked a word by random. I didn't decide it, and that's how it's going to be. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, thanks. Bye.